Welcome to the CBS Sports College Football YouTube channel. Once again, we got another huge commitment on deck from one of the top prospects in the entire country. I am 24/7 Sports national analyst Tom Loy, and a coveted class of 2027 recruit is set to announce his college decision right here with us. Before we get to that, as always, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. This is the place to be. We got a ton of commitments the rest of this week, one more later today, and a ton throughout the summer. But today, it is all about three-star linebacker Jalaythan Mayfield, a coveted prospect with over 30 offers from all over the country. Let's take a look at the prospect profile. He's a 6'1", 230-pounder from Lincolnton High School in North Carolina. He's a three-star prospect, the number 39 linebacker nationally, and number 16 player in his home state. According to 24/7 Sports national analyst Gabe Brooks, Mayfield is a physical off-ball linebacker who thrives in the box. He's a volume tackler with a ton of production. He is a do-it-all playmaker on both sides of the ball. He plays fast, fearless, and to the echo of the whistle. One of these lucky schools is going to land a big-time talent. So, before we get to the commitment, once we wrap things up, be sure to stick around to hear directly from Andrew Ivins as he breaks down all the latest with Jalaythan Mayfield. On the recruiting front, he has narrowed things down from 30 down to 3. We got Georgia, Indiana, and Miami. Now it's time to head to North Carolina to hear from the man of the hour, three-star linebacker Jalaythan Mayfield. Jalaythan, I know you're surrounded by a bunch of friends and family. It is finally commitment day. How does it feel?
I feel good. It's definitely a blessing for sure.
Before we get to that much anticipated announcement, I want to ask, can you introduce everybody that's there at the table with you on your special day?
Yeah, this is my mom, my aunt, my grandma, my uncles, my dad, my grandpa, little cousin, brother, uncle.
I love it, man. Tremendous support system, man. It's brought you to this special day. I mentioned the 3 finalists. As you were narrowing it down to that group, what were you looking for in a school and a program?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me was really the development. Like without that, you can't make much of a player. And the end goal is to be in the league and thrive in the league. So those schools presented an opportunity for me to make that happen, and I felt comfortable with these 3, and now we're here today.
I got one more question for you before we get to that much anticipated commitment. Tell everybody at home, everybody watching there, everybody that knows you, everybody that doesn't know you, what is one of these lucky schools getting in Jalaythan Mayfield, the player, but also the person?
Yeah, they're getting a hard worker. I'm gonna show up every day, work my hardest. Great morale in the locker room for sure. I'm gonna bring the team together and be a leader. Be a true linebacker, be a leader, lead the defense. On and off the field, I'm gonna be there for my teammates. So, really getting a great person, great guy, great character. High volume player, very versatile. You just getting everything, full package.
Well, it's about that time. I mentioned the 3 finalists, but it's time to pick a school. Is it going to be Georgia, Indiana, Miami? We got the hats on the table. The moment is here. Jalaythan, tell everybody where you're continuing your academic and athletic career.
Yes, sir. So for the next 3 to 4 years, I'll be taking my talents to University of Indiana. Go Love you, bro. You made me proud today, bro. You made me proud. I want to cry so bad now for you, bro. I want to cry.
Oh, Jalathan, what a special moment, man. Huge pickup for the national champs, the Indiana Hoosiers. So I know this was close. I know you had a ton of interest from and with a lot of schools, but in the end, why Indiana?
Yeah, just a great place. Coach Sig does a great job with the players, development. I mean, they take 3 2-star guys, unranked guys, and make them national champions. So, I mean, that's the place to be developed. I know, Miami, Georgia, great programs. They develop players as well, but nobody does it like Indiana.
I'm assuming Indiana did not necessarily find out today. So peel back the curtain a little bit. How did it play out? When did you tell them? How did Coach Sig react? Kind of set the stage
hmm
for everybody.
Yeah, told him a while back ago, probably about 2 to 3 weeks ago. Coach Sig was fired up. I was able to get on FaceTime with him, talk to him a little bit. He was ready for it. He loves to win, so we go hand in hand.
Yeah, you brought up head coach Kurt Signetti. Why is he and those around you? Why are all of you guys comfortable with him being the guy to lead you on and off the field over the next couple of years?
Yeah, like you said, it's simple. He wins, so just being able to go to a program like that that's winning, and that's his mindset, development, and winning, and taking guys from just the high school level and develop them into just great players and national champions. I mean, it's an easy decision for me.
He said Google me and he backed it up. So what a
Yes,
season for
sir.
Indiana. If you Google Jalaythan Mayfield, you're going to find Indiana commitment next to his name. So congrats on everything and thank you so much for committing with us to CBS Sports and 24/7 Sports.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Special day for a special kid, man. So I want to talk a little bit more about him. I'm going to bring on our director of scouting, Andrew Ivins, the man behind the scenes at 24/7 Sports. Andrew, got to ask, man, why should Indiana fans be fired up about this pickup?
Well, Tom, he's kind of like a throwback two-down banger right there in the middle, and I think he's built to play in the Big Ten. We got him right around 6'1", 228 pounds, big 10-inch hands. Look, this isn't a guy that's going to win every foot race, but he's explosive in the hips, backs that up with his testing profile, 37-inch vertical jump, and it shows up on the game tape, right? I mean, impressive stopping power in the hole, runs his feet to finish. I also think what stands out about Jalaythan is the field vision, right? He can navigate the busy intersections. He can power through the roadblocks, and he can get to the football. And, these are the type of defenders that Indiana has won with in the middle. I mean, high floor, high IQ, tackle machine. This is a huge pickup for Indiana. I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about him in a few years when we're watching the Hoosiers on television, Tom.
I want to talk a little bit more about Indiana recruiting. They're just inside the top 50 nationally right now. They got 13 commits as of today with the Mayfield addition. So looking at the group as a whole, what do you like so much about these guys headed to Bloomington?
Well, the defending national champs are kind of doing what they do. And we heard Jalaythan bring that up in terms of, hey, taking 2 and 3 stars, turning them into national champions. I think they're just finding really good football players all around the country and guys that fit what they want to do on offense and defense. The headliner for me, top 247 wide receiver, Braden Sharp, an in-state prospect. I love this kid. Saw him at the opening regional in Indianapolis. We're going to get him next week out in Oregon at the opening finals. I think he's an elite route runner. He might not be the biggest guy, but man, he can separate. He plays much bigger than the numbers suggest. This is a kid with back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, and we know Indiana, what they've been able to do at that wide receiver position. I think Sig's going to find a way to get him the ball. The other kid I want to kind of highlight, Dejon Talley Rhodes, the running back out of the DMV. Yeah, when we think Indiana, we think Fernando Mendoza, the passing attack, Heisman Trophy winner. But Indiana led the Big Ten in rushing yards this past season. Talley Rhodes, he's a load, 220 pounds, hard to tackle. I think he's someone that can motor between the tackles there in a physical line of scrimmage league. I also think he could play early. So for me, Tom, when I look at this group, I know there's still some big names out there, but really, really good football players. And that's what Indiana does. That's how they won a national championship. A lot of guys that fit their scheme and guys that have some developmental upside.
I mean, you said it best. There are some big names out there. They're not done yet. I mean, I could go on and talk about a couple guys here and there on both sides of the ball, but let's be honest. There is one clear-cut top priority in the 2027 class, and that is 5-star wide receiver Monson Sales. I expect Indiana to get this one done. It's very close between Alabama, Texas, LSU, Ohio State, but I would love to give you the floor. Nobody stood on the table earlier than you. Nobody stamped him earlier than you. Why would Monson Sales be such a big pickup for Indiana?
Well, I think he's one of the biggest freak shows in the class, right? And everything that's being said about Cam Coleman right now after he leaves Auburn and heads to Texas, he put Monson Sales in the same category. I mean, this is a guy that can be a wide receiver one anywhere in the country, right? He has NFL tools. He's got NFL traits. We saw him run the 40-yard dash there at the NFL scouting combine. Is he the most polished guy at this stage? No. But I thought what was really encouraging from him was what he did on the defensive side of the ball as a junior. Answered a lot of questions for us in terms of the competitive temperament, the physicality. This is a guy that is going to give defensive coordinators fits down in the red zone. And again, picture Cam Coleman, the ball skills, the 50-50 capabilities. It's hard to find these individuals, and that's why everyone, including Indiana, has put an offer on the table, has tried to make a run at Monshun Sales, because he's a unique talent in this class, and he's got a chance to be a difference makers on Saturdays and then potentially on Sundays.
Andrew Ivins, our director of scouting at 24/7 Sports. Appreciate you as always. Great analysis. Look, man, that wraps it up. Again, huge pickup for Indiana and Jalaythan Mayfield. This is a big-time prospect headed to be a Hoosier. As always, be sure to head over to Peegs.com for a ton of coverage from Matthew Weaver, Jeff Rabjohns, Jared Kelly, and the rest of the staff. Lastly, whether you're an Indiana fan or not, if you're a fan of another team site, if you have not signed up yet for an annual subscription to 24/7 Sports, now is the time to do it. Use promo code COMMIT65 and save 65% off your new subscription. Again, COMMIT65 gets you 65% off. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to the CBS Sports College Football YouTube channel. We will be back at 1 p.m. Eastern for the live commitment announcement of top 247 offensive tackle Joshua Sam Appel. But until next time, thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.